Hey guys, Christmas, it's just a week away. Can you believe it? Wow. Christmas, just a week away. I am so excited. I am so happy about this information. Christmas, just a week away. Wow. Wow.
Screw you! I hope you and your whole family have a nice Christmas.
Man, that was uncalled for.
Yeah,
you need to say that.
All right. Well, welcome back, as always,
To
the
last podcast
probably
of the year.
the W Ritz Podcast episode
Christmas. We're not going to number this one. We're
yeah.
just going to call it Christmas.
It's our 25th episode because that's when Christmas is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever I say. Well, welcome, as always, to my basement where we're going to record some worthless jibber-jabber for an hour. Except it's not going to be worthless because
No, not worthless. We had to talk to our pastor about this. What we talk about on here is very, very worthwhile. And if it's worthless, that means we're in big trouble. So
that's right. We're going to be figuring out today whether listening to Christmas music before Thanksgiving is a sin.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
We're
And
going to be
just
calling-
Christmas music in general, just because
Oh yeah, well
I think it's just a good topic to.
And something called Spotify Wrapped came out, so we're going to talk about that.
We gotta look at
this
that.
This is going to be the Christmas music podcast because we're going to end the
Christmas
podcast.
/ music podcast because
Yeah.
I didn't
Because a lot
listen
of
to
it is-
I didn't listen
yeah.
to Christmas music all year. My rap does not
Oh, well,
have any Christmas music on it.
fair
at
enough.
all.
But we're also going to end the podcast with a very famous Christmas song. We're not going to tell you yet, but
But you probably already know.
It's going to be a cover. It's going to be a very
of a meme.
very, very fantastic cover.
We're going to cover it so it's actually good.
Yes, we're going to defrost it well.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Anyway, let's get started. Isaac, why don't you share your opinions on Christmas music?
Okay. All right. Well, I think the easiest way for me to share my opinion is to say, first of all, that my opinion on Christmas music, okay. So what I'm about to say about Christmas music applies to most Christmas music that is played on the radio, right?
On the radio?
Now, here's the thing. I like the old hymns, Silent Night,
Of course.
Little Town of Bethlehem, all that stuff. It's great, okay? I don't like really listening to it, but as far as singing it in church goes, that's great. I like a lot of classic Christmas music. A lot of the secular stuff from the 50s or,
Right.
even up to really, I guess, the 70s or the 80s, I think is pretty good. Like Paul McCartney's
I haven't heard
Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. That's
Yeah.
a good song.
Well, unlike the radio stations, I haven't heard a lot of new Christmas music played. Like it's always the same ones every year.
Well, I'm talking, once you get into the 90s, that's when you start to get to where a lot of the pop Christmas music started, which, especially on Christian radio, in case you haven't noticed, a lot of Christian music, or Christmas music rather, is just normal pop songs with jingle bells added to them.
Fair enough.
Or covers of old songs that, didn't need to be covered.
Give me an example of like a really bad Christmas song? Like that came out in that era?
When? In the 90s?
In the 90s, like what you said.
All I Want for Christmas Is You. Terrible song.
Fair enough.
I don't like Last Christmas by Wham either. I think that came out in the 70s though, probably.
I don't remember.
Somewhere around there. But overall, I would say I'm not really a fan of Christmas music. If Christmas music as a genre were something I had to rate, I would give it a 2.
Out of 10?
Out of 5.
Out of 5. Okay.
We'll do out of 5.
That's still pretty.
It's pretty low. It's pretty low. It's just not my jam. There's no rock Christmas music, really. Like,
well, do I have news for you? There's a band called August Burns Red, and they did a bunch of metal covers of Christmas songs, and they go pretty hard.
well, maybe I have to listen to those.
I'll have to send you the playlist.
But just generally, it's not my favorite genre.
Right. Okay.
I prefer other genres.
What do you think about Here's the big question. When do you think you should start listening to Christmas music?
Well, here's the thing, right?
What's your opinion on that?
I think it is permissible to. So I'm doing a band thing, right? I'm doing a band thing with some friends of mine, and we're going to be doing some Christmas songs. We started practicing those Christmas songs back in October, right?
Of course. And I'm part of choir, and we started practicing the Christmas songs in October as well.
So if you're doing that, that's fine. You can start whenever you want to. For your own pleasure, though, I feel like you gotta wait until at least Thanksgiving, right? You have to let November breathe. November is not the month of Christmas, okay?
You don't think so?
You can reserve that privilege for December, but November is not the month of Christmas. It's the month of Thanksgiving, where you have all these nice harvest decorations, and you look forward to the turkey, and you keep the dang gifts out of your mind for a couple more weeks.
Sure.
So,
but there's not a lot of Thanksgiving songs.
That's unfortunate.
There's a
right?
couple. There's a handful.
Yeah, Thanksgiving gets the raw end of the deal there,
but
sure.
they don't. There's not a lot of Thanksgiving carols.
No, I would say that after Thanksgiving, it's acceptable. But
Acceptable.
I personally don't really like Christmas music, so I only listen to it probably in about the 5 days leading up to Christmas, because then it's like Christmas is so close, I can get into the spirit.
Right.
I don't have a bunch of school or work or whatever else to get through before Christmas is here. It's like Christmas is upon me. I can start enjoying it, and yes, I will admit that a lot of Christmas music does contribute to the Christmas mood just because it's traditional. There are the songs that that you're always going to hear around Christmas time.
Right, of course.
And even if you don't like them, they're definitely a part of Christmas. So
whether you like
I'm okay.
it or not, that's
yeah,
true.
Exactly. I'm okay with listening to those, when it's actually getting close to Christmas. But before Thanksgiving, it's just like, why? But what's your view? Let's have a debate.
Before we move on, I just want to know, what's your favorite and least favorite Christmas song? Just to get like general opinions from you.
My least favorite would have to be any modern like pop styled cover of some old hymn, right?
Fair enough.
I hear a few of those, like, and all of them are bad, because they're just trying to do something with the song that wasn't really intended. So all of those are bad. My favorite, I guess it's just the things the songs that remind me of Christmas the most. Like Simply
Right.
Having One for Christmas Time. I know I mentioned that one. Jingle Bells is a good song.
It's an interesting one.
It is. Jingle Bell Rock is a good one as well.
Oh, that one's fun. I always whenever somebody mentions Jingle Bells, it always brings me back to like when I was first learning piano, because that was like one of the first songs I learned on piano.
Yeah, I think
because it's such a simple
I think it is
song
pretty
to play.
easy,
it's like,
right? Da 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 da. Yeah.
It's pretty
It's
much
like the groups of three notes.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty.
yeah.
It's probably the simplest Christmas song to play on piano.
Yeah.
Unless
that
you
makes
like add
sense.
a lot of extra flair to it, which
Well, yeah.
I've seen done, which is really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that's impressive. But what do you think?
What do I think? So I used to be one of those people who only passively cared about Christmas music, and I also, I was one of those diehard people who said no Christmas music until the day after Thanksgiving at least.
Oh yeah.
But then, as I got older, I started to appreciate Christmas music more, because I just started to love it more as I grew up. I don't know. Like, as a kid, I loved it for
Christmas or the music?
both.
Okay.
Well, like, as a kid, I liked it sort of for superficial reasons, which,
Yeah.
I'm going to admit that.
You want
As a
gifts.
kid, I
You
liked
want
it
presents.
for superficial reasons. But as I got older, I started to appreciate more the aesthetic more, because I love the Christmas aesthetic. I love all the decorations. I think
nice.
it's really beautiful.
It's nice. It's ran by mega corporations who make a lot of money off of it.
Okay, buddy, if you want to be negative about it.
Well, I'm sorry.
I like to enjoy the positive parts. And I like all the theming and stuff. And yet, sure, there's a lot of commercialism that goes on during Christmas time.
Right.
But I like to move past that. I like to just focus on the positive things.
Fair enough.
I like the winter time. I like the coziness that you feel. I like the coziness when you feel when it's like Christmas morning or like Christmas evening, and it's like snowy outside and super cold. But you're inside. You got like the fireplace on. You got candles, so it smells. You got Christmas scented candles, so it smells all nice.
That
you
is a nice
got
feeling.
your like hot drink.
Yeah.
And you're just like watching a Christmas movie or just listening to Christmas music.
Right.
Like I love Christmas music now. I think it's great.
Well,
I'm
that's
sure
good.
there's a lot of stinkers out there, but you're gonna get that with every genre. But
that's true. That's
now that I've started to, as I've gotten older, I've started to be like, you know what, I understand why Christmas is so special to so many people. It's special to me now too. And if you want to start listening to music a little early, I don't have any problem with that. Because like, if you just love Christmas, then you love Christmas. Heck, listen to Christmas music in July for all I care.
No, shut up. No.
No. If you want to listen to Christmas music in July, do it.
Don't do it around
You're a
me.
free
Don't do it
American.
around me. Yuck. This is such a contentious debate. Like every
is.
year, And there's no getting. There doesn't seem to be any getting to the bottom of it. So I think we're gonna need some help.
All right, we gotta call the greatest minds known to man.
We do.
The greatest minds known to man.
So
number one will be.
Who are we calling here?
One of the greatest minds I've ever known. One of the funniest minds I've ever known. The only Lucas Burt.
Oh boy.
Some of you know him, some of you don't.
Lucas,
but
Lurd.
you love him. You love him either way.
If you've
Two-time guest on the W Ritz podcast.
Soon to be 3.
Let me text him right now.
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure he's ready.
All right, we gotta predict what his stance will be. Do you know his stance for sure?
I don't know his stance on the music specifically.
All right, good.
He did suggest
that we can make guests. We can make guests.
Okay, so like I do know one thing. I remember we were out for Benjamin Lubner's birthday. You know him. He's been on the podcast.
Oh yeah, good old
And
Benny.
Danny was asking everybody how excited you are for Christmas. And this was like early November. And Lucas said, he's calling us right now.
All right. Let's get him on the podcast.
Hello? One sec. Say something.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you
loud and clear. Is your
All
audio?
right.
Isaac, is his audio?
I think his audio is recording. Say
Okay, good.
some more stuff, Lucas.
All right. I mean, you want to talk about Christmas music, right?
Whoa. Let's slow down a bit here. First off,
you got to finish the story.
Wait. First off, how's your day, Lucas?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
You're doing
Studying
fine.
for a test.
That's good. That
No.
sounds good.
You got to finish telling the story.
No. He called us now. Never mind.
Fine.
Forget about the
fine.
story.
Whatever.
Forget about the story.
Whatever.
We're just gonna get right into it. Lucas, what do you think of Christmas music? Just first off, as a general opinion, what's your opinion on Christmas music?
It's a good genre. Of course, it's seasonal, but overall, I think the mix you get out of Christmas music is like generally upbeat and happy, and I don't know. Occasionally, you get like a bop, but
Well, you get that with every genre. So
Okay, so you say it's seasonal. What is the timeline of the season, right? Are we talking the season starts before Thanksgiving or after?
we're talking after Thanksgiving.
after.
All right, let's go, bro. We're in agreement then, you and I.
So
For
like,
sure.
how long after? Are you like day after Thanksgiving type of person, or like December 1st?
Yeah, you
like
could-
it has to
I'm
be the
thinking, like-
month of Christmas.
Like a week after Thanksgiving, you can start.
Okay,
you're the you could wait type of
So
person.
you're
yeah.
the guy. You're the guy who's like, there's got to be a buffer period. You got to digest all the food you ate first
I
for
think
a
that's
week.
Yeah.
that's reasonable, yeah.
Right.
I don't
of
want to
course.
burn out. I don't want to burn out Christmas music before we actually get to Christmas. You know.
Fair enough. I do understand that. Like I don't get burnt out of music very easily. Like I can listen to like the same couple songs for like 2 months and still not get tired of them. So, but yeah, I understand if you don't want to make it like water it down by listening to it too much, so you want to wait. I understand that. That's fine.
The only exception is like if there's like snow on the ground already and like the towns have lights up and decorations. Like if it looks Christmassy, sure you can play with Christmas music. But like if it's still like rainy and muddy and all the like you just see a bunch of dead trees all over, it's like why would you play Christmas music? It just doesn't really jive with the season.
Yeah, I agree with that. I usually don't start unless it snows, just because it feels wrong. But I know some people who will listen to it either way. But
On the other hand, if you're like a weekend into December and it hasn't snowed yet, it's like, I mean, you can start. I mean,
Yeah,
no one
like
would fault
now.
you for
Yeah,
it.
it's
like now, because like
December isn't very snowy, which I'm happy, but I'm not a big fan of snow, honestly.
you aren't.
No. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow is not my song.
I like that song. I think it's very nice. I like snow. I like its aesthetic, but I think just dealing with it can be annoying.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it. That's why
But
I
I like the winter season.
That's why I
find
don't
it
like
I find
it,
it very nice. What do you think
And then there's
about
the-
winter, Lucas? About snow?
Oh, I like all the snow. I like the cold too. I used to say that I like the snow, but not the cold, which I feel a lot of people can relate to. But me personally, the colder it is, the more like clothes you can wear, kind of like you can just like control your body temperature a lot
the
easier.
I do like layering. I think layering is cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
the
It's
more,
a lot
the
of
more
fun.
And then,
hoodies you
and then
can
of course,
throw on,
there's no mosquitoes and like it's
That's right.
cozy inside.
That's
Like,
why
nothing
winter
cozy.
is great. Yeah, there's no
Like-
bugs.
I will agree with you
Hot
there.
cocoa's back in season. I love hot cocoa.
Oh, me too.
Like, who drinks hot cocoa during the summer?
I don't know.
Psychopaths.
Yeah, hot cocoa.
Yeah.
Hot cocoa is its best when you're like you get up early in the morning to go shovel the driveway of like 2 feet of lake effect snow. You come back in, your fingers are all chilly.
Right.
You just pour yourself a hot cup and just sip on it.
Our listeners from
Ooh.
Texas or wherever wouldn't understand this.
They would
but,
not understand this.
But
I mean, the one thing that's a chore is shoveling the driveway, but, like, for a long time, it was, like, a source of income, so I'm not really going to complain,
Oh, really?
like, when I just have to do it. Yeah, like, just shovel someone else's driveway and get, like, $20.
Oh, sick.
it's not a bad deal
No, that's a good thing to take advantage of.
for sure.
See, I had to do it for free for
Ooh,
people.
me too.
so
Me too.
I guess I wasn't smart enough
You
to
weren't
charge money.
you weren't as privileged as Lucas.
Well, I mean, I shovel, like, neighbors and our own for, like, free, but, like, I won't walk up the street. I made, like, $70 on shoveling driveways when the big snowstorm came, because nobody wanted to shovel 6 feet of snow out of their
Right,
driveway.
yeah, the big snowstorm last year.
Yeah, like, literally on Christmas. It was like no one wanted to shovel that much snow out of their
Yeah.
driveway, and, like, the plows hadn't come by in 2 days. So me and JP just went over. They're like, hey, if you shovel this, I don't know,
Yeah.
5 feet. It was probably a little less. Can't remember how much. It was like pretty much up to our head. Shovel
wow.
this much snow, then I mean, it's
Yeah,
an easy
makes
money.
sense. Yeah, I remember around that time, I had to go dig out my brother and his wife at their house.
Oh my gosh.
Because, like, their house is short. Like, it's not, like, a multi-story house. It's
Oh.
one story. And literally
Oh.
the snow was, like, almost to the roof. Like, you could barely see it. And we had to help dig them out. It was
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
And, like,
wow.
they live in, well, I'm actually not going to say where they
Yeah,
live.
don't say where
but
they live.
They lived in the area right where, like, the snow hit them the hardest. Like, right where they were hit the hardest.
Right.
Because, like, where I live, like, down south of this location, we got hit bad, but it wasn't as bad as a lot of, like, the actual city.
Yeah, I think I was in Pennsylvania for the blizzard, and I remember just keep getting calls from, like, Dad's friends and all that, and they were telling him how bad it was. And I was like, oh, I'm glad I'm not there.
You
But-
dodged a bullet there.
For sure,
People that
yeah.
went on a holiday for that thing, or Christmas, is like, I mean, they either knew it was coming and, like, they actually, like, decided to get out of there. It's like, I feel like everyone's like, oh, it's gonna snow. It's Buffalo. It's like, it's always gonna happen. No, it's like,
Right, right.
Have you noticed that we tend to get, like, our worst snowstorms around Christmas? I feel like that's always been the case every year here.
I think you're probably
well,
right.
it's either that or we get no snow and it's a letdown.
Right, yeah.
That's also true.
It's either we get, like, the worst snow of the year or, like, absolutely nothing.
Right. Well, anyway,
Anyway.
we are approaching the 20-minute mark, so we gotta call some other people
Yeah, we
and
gotta-
see what they think
All
of
right.
Christmas music.
You're the first person we called. So.
Lucas,
Oh,
we
that-
appreciate you coming on and giving us your input. Have a Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
That's right.
All right, December 3rd. All right, see you guys.
Yeah, well,
Well.
we'll talk to you again before Christmas, but
Probably.
probably not on a podcast. So,
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
so we have to wish you Merry Christmas so everybody thinks
Of
we're nice.
course.
All right, Feliz Navidad.
Feliz
Whatever the
Navidad.
crap that
indeed.
means. All right.
I think it means Merry Christmas.
Oh, he hung up.
He hung up. All right.
All right, well,
Who should
who
we
else?
call next?
Who else are we calling? We got some other former guests, right?
Oh,
we got
let me
a
see. Danny just
we got a
snapped
we got a
me
Danny
here.
boy.
He's snapping me memes. I wonder if that means he's available to.
He better be. Snapchat call sound. Danny boy?
Hello? Are you there,
Mr. Dimes.
Senor Dimes?
Senior Dimes. Old man Danny. I don't know, did he pick up?
He definitely picked up.
Well, maybe he just
Damn.
shut up now that he heard my voice.
You there? Yo, what's up?
My mic's broken. I had to grab a headset.
Right, of course.
Danny, welcome to
What
the
do you-
W Ritz Podcast.
Hello.
No way! No
You're back
way!
on the W
Run.
Ritz Podcast again, bro.
Are you available to talk for like 5 or 10 minutes?
Sure. Let me find a quiet place in the house we got here.
All right. Sounds good.
Just bought myself a new beach villa.
Oh, in
Beach
Florida?
villa? Oh, wow, dang.
Yep. Venice Beach.
You're going to Florida for Christmas?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, good.
Good.
I just spent all my money on this new villa.
Oh, okay.
So you got nothing to spend on presents for people. That's such a shame.
Yeah, I know. What? Are we doing this right now?
Yeah, you're on the
Yeah.
W Ritz Podcast. This is being recorded.
Okay. I'm sorry. You guys just called me out of the blue.
Well, yeah, that's the idea. We gotta get your quick opinion on something. See,
Okay.
We're trying to settle a debate that's been going on for a long time, Danny.
it's the age-old question of, well, let's just ask you the question right out the gate. Christmas music. What's your opinion on it?
Freaking love it.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, whatever.
What do you think
What's
about
the,
what do you think about when you should start listening to Christmas music?
Okay, so me personally, I have a very bad opinion on this, so maybe I shouldn't be the one to ask, because I love Christmas music, one of my favorite genres. So I would say I would be willing to listen to it year round, but I will say first day of November, crank that bad boy up.
Okay,
Based
well
take.
that's
Based take.
no, that's unreasonable.
Based take. No.
I-
He listens to it
if-
the day the radio stations start playing it.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. You're
I think-
adopting. You are doing what the tyrannical overlords who own our radio stations are telling you to do. If you listen to Christmas music as soon as they start playing it,
Nuh-uh.
you are
I
showing
don't
that
care.
you love the government.
Good. Let the government take over. I like Christmas.
He likes Christmas.
Well,
He's not gonna let you ruin its Christmas. You know what you are, Isaac?
Exactly.
You're just like the Grinch, trying to
You're
ruin our
a
Christmas.
I am.
festivities.
I'm sorry. I am.
Isaac.
I don't love Christmas as much as everybody else. For whatever. I like it, but I don't love it.
Are we talking about, like, obviously I'll leave you guys to get back to the podcast, but if you guys are talking about Christmas, maybe talk about the fact that Rudolph's dad doesn't like him because his mom cheated on him with another reindeer.
Oh,
That's why his nose is red.
Cause how do you get that red nose?
That's
Hmm?
true.
It
Exactly.
glows. That's
there-
a little strange for a reindeer.
Is there another species
Exactly.
of reindeer that has red noses?
I don't know.
There
I don't
might
think
be.
so. Well, that's a theory. It's a theory for another day.
That's just a theory. A
It's
Christmas
okay.
theory.
Or
Thanks
a
for
theory.
watching. Anyway,
Anyways, if that's all you have for me today,
I mean,
Uh,
I do want to ask one or two more things. What's your favorite Christmas song, by the way?
ooh, very, very hard to say. I could give you a top three because they're all kind of tied, but White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
Great song.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas
Great
by
song.
Michael Bublé.
Great song.
And then honorable mention, Last Christmas by George Michaels, my bad. Not Taylor Swift, because
Last
she's mid.
Christmas by George Michael.
She's mid.
Ugh.
Yeah, George Michael's version is way better.
Okay.
And then number three is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah
Oh
Carey.
my
Ah, nah.
It's so good. You can't
is-
like Christmas music and not like that.
Okay, I don't like Christmas music then, in that case.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Anyway, one more question. We called Lucas Burt before you.
Oh, very nice. Love that guy.
We asked this question. We asked this question to him. And we'll ask it to you too. What do you think of the winter season as a whole? Like the entirety of the season.
Oh, so I'll tell you this, Rula. Me and you talked about this a little bit ago. I've had a bit of a tonal change about the season, where I've realized that I used to think that winter was my favorite season, but it's
Right.
not. Because fall is my favorite season. Because my favorite month is December for several reasons. But January and February, the rest of winter, are just kind of mid. Whereas fall is a very, very good season. But
Okay.
I love the winter season because December, my birthday, my friend's birthday, Christmas, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, all of it. the season, the nostalgia, it's all there.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I love
The
the
joy.
Christmas nostalgia.
The Sprite cranberries.
Ah,
The
it's the
thirstiest season of
thirstiest
all.
time of the year.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's all we have for you today,
Yeah.
Danny.
Thanks for coming on,
Hey,
Danny. We appreciate
thanks
your
for agreeing to
willingness
this.
to just
Oh, of course.
say random stuff at random times.
Very nice, very nice. Sorry, I couldn't pick up my mic's broken because
You're all good.
I'm operating out of an iPod here.
The iPod.
That's rather
The
sad.
iPod. It is rather sad. Hopefully we'll change that soon enough. But it's good talking to you boys. I hope to see you again soon.
Same
Alright.
to you.
See you, Danny.
All right.
Thanks.
Have a wonderful
See ya.
Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas,
Merry
You
bro.
too. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
All right. What a guy that Danny Dimes.
Yeah, man, he has some
So
interesting
that's
opinions.
that's one for your team and one for my team.
That's right.
there.
We need a tiebreaker.
We need a tiebreaker.
We need a tie right here.
What time we at? Huh?
We're at 25 minutes. We got
25 minutes. Okay.
we got time for a tiebreaker.
We could do 2 or 3 more people.
All right,
I want to get a lot of people's.
All right,
opinions
all
on
right,
this.
all right.
Who do you think we should call next?
I don't know. Who do we got? Who do we got?
I don't know who's available. Is the thing.
Sky the guy.
Sky the guy. You think? Oh, we could. I'll try calling him right now.
All right, Sky the guy would have a good opinion, I bet.
A good opinion. He'll have an interesting opinion.
He'll have an opinion.
I can believe Sky the guy saying something completely out of pocket where he just says, modern Christmas music sucks. The only good Christmas music is the Gregorian chants of old England.
I could see him saying that too. That would make sense. Yeah.
All right, I don't know if he'll pick up.
And of course,
because
he's a good old British boy. So
He is a good old British
He has
boy.
the amazing accent.
I don't know if he'll pick up, but we can try calling him. Should I try Snapchat or Discord, you think?
Oh, probably Snapchat.
Okay.
All right, we got the Snapchat call sound going. While we're waiting, Will, say something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, he picked
Oh,
up.
he picked up.
What's up, homie?
Sky, welcome to the W Ritz
What's up, homie?
Podcast.
What do you call it?
You're a surprise guest on the W Ritz Podcast here, buddy.
Oh, am I? Well, I'm in a cafeteria at the moment, so there you go.
Well, okay. Do you
Well-
have time to answer one quick question?
Yes.
Yes.
Fire away.
What do you think of Christmas music?
The stereotypical Christmas music is incredibly mid, and you should not listen to it. There you go.
What's the good Christmas music?
Oh, I don't know. Doom music mixed with Mariah Carey. You should look it up. It's pretty funny.
Wait, say that again?
Doom music mixed with Mariah Carey. Look it up.
I think I've heard some of those. Those are kind of
Well,
funny.
okay, we'll have to listen to that. That sounds pretty
What's
good.
the worst Christmas song ever, Sky?
My what?
The worst Christmas song ever.
The worst or the best? Sorry, bro. I gotta move to a quieter spot.
Worst.
The worst.
Oh, the worst? Oh, definitely All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. It's
Man,
like
this song is dividing
Yeah.
people a lot here.
It is. We called somebody just a few minutes before you, and they said it was one of the best Christmas songs ever made.
Ah, well, they're wrong. They're simply wrong. So
They're
there
simply
you go.
wrong. Oh, you guys heard it here
I'm
first.
inclined to agree with you. All right, one more question, then we'll let you go. When is the appropriate time to start listening to Christmas music?
Bro, like maybe a week or two before, not a whole month before.
I like you, Sky.
Non-stop.
You have good opinions. I told Will before we called you, this guy's gonna have good opinions, and I was right. I like you. You have good opinions.
Bro,
I
have the
respect
best
your
opinions.
opinion. The best
They're all
opinion.
mine, so they're obviously right, you know?
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sure, yeah.
Got a bit of pride coming from you,
Yeah,
bro.
let's
Whoa,
go.
whoa. I don't know if I like this. I think I might have to hang up on you.
Well, Sky, thank you for coming on the W Ritz Podcast.
Thank you for tolerating our spontaneousness.
Spontaneity.
Spontaneous.
We appreciate
we got
it.
him on video here. All right, you have a good time in that cafeteria there.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, it's not that close yet, bro, but see ya.
Okay, but I don't know when I'll talk to you next, bro. So, gotta make sure. Gotta make sure I wish you one. All right, have a good day, bro.
Have a good one, bro. See ya.
All right,
What a
Will.
guy.
Well, now it's 2 for my team, 1 for yours.
Two for your team.
Who are we gonna
Alright,
call?
well,
We gotta call 2 more people so we don't end up with a tie.
2 more. All right.
Or
We'll
one
see.
more if they
We'll
agree
see
with
if
me, I guess, because
a
then we wouldn't be
good-
tying.
We'll see if good old good old one of the favorite guests on the podcast, Ben Lubner. We'll see if he'll pick
Good old
up.
Danny's brother.
Yep, we'll see if he picks up.
Will, say something funny while we got the call sound going.
Funny?
Yeah.
Say something funny. Come down the spot here. Got Rizzler, Phantom Tax.
Phantom tax.
You
You've got to be rizzing me right now.
got to be rizzing me. There's a
Skibbity toilet.
last Christmas I gave you my yacht.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he didn't pick up.
Oh, you didn't. Keep saying that for me.
Let me see.
All right, who else do we got? Who else?
Well, let me. He might just be busy right now.
Well, we'll call him back in a little bit.
We'll give him another. We'll give him another chance. You wanna? Let me communicate real here.
All right, I gotta fill up
Quickly here.
time.
Fill out some time for me. I gotta find
Will,
somebody.
what seltzer are you drinking today? What flavor?
Oh, I had some of the grapefruit one.
It's time for our every podcastly.
Yeah, there was 3
Wegmans
seltzers
ad,
at
yeah.
our disposal here.
We love the Wegmans seltzer water. Not sponsored, but we do love it. Another thing we love is my podcast, Zilb Hour. Will says
the
he's been.
Zilb Hour.
Will says he's been listening to it lately.
Yes, I've listened to the recent episodes.
It's pretty good. Y'all should listen to it. It's available on YouTube,
I will
Spotify.
say it is pretty good.
Just Google ZILBHOUR and it'll pop up, and you will be on your way to getting schooled about politics and developing the correct political opinions, the ones that line up with what I believe. And who wouldn't want that? So be sure to look into that.
If you need somebody's opinion to base all of your political opinions on, make it the Zilb Hour.
That's right.
Make it the Zilb Hour.
It's the best option. It's better than all the others.
Best option.
All right. Are you doing the communications?
I am doing the communications. I'm gonna text a couple people here.
Okay, cool. We still have a lot to get to on this podcast, folks. We got to talk about our Spotify Wraps that came out. We got to talk about a very special Christmas song. We got to talk about Dream.
Maybe we can forego the Dream drama for today. I'm feeling jolly mood.
That's true.
I want to call as many people as we can.
Yeah, maybe we won't talk about Dream. Either way, we're not.
Dream, he'll bring down the Christmas tree.
Exactly.
We don't want to talk about Dream.
Either
Screw
way,
that guy.
we don't have someone to call right now, so we are going to take a short break. We'll be right back. You won't even notice we're gone. We are back. Welcome back, folks.
We got somebody.
W Ritz,
we got a live one, guys.
Oh yeah, we got
Good.
someone who's going to give her opinions.
All right.
And yes, it is a girl. Surprisingly, we have.
Wow. Okay.
We have a girl coming on our
What's
podcast.
Your problem? You misogynist. You
no,
know something?
no, I think it's just
no.
Shut up! I think
no,
it's just shocking that we were able to actually get a girl to talk to us.
You would say that.
I would.
You would say that. Okay.
Even though all the girls who have come on this podcast are thanks to me, not you.
Okay, buddy.
All right, we got someone.
Not through Snapchat this time.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Greetings.
You wanna introduce yourself here, because people listening don't know who you are.
Whoa.
Yeah, neither do I, and I'm the co-host. So
Oh, so I'm on the podcast.
Yes,
Oh,
right.
you
hello.
are. You're currently being recorded.
This is a very spontaneous
Amazing.
thing we're doing.
We're
here.
recording this call for
Yeah.
advertisement purposes or whatever they say when you call the big
Advertising purposes.
cable provider.
Okay. Well, I am Mia Schmitz. I am a Veritas Scholars Academy high school graduate, and I am friends with William Prisbel.
Well, quite the rap sheet you have there.
That is, yeah, you could get into any college you want with that one.
I'm trying.
I'm sure you are, yeah. Right.
Well, why don't you introduce yourself, Isaac, since she doesn't know who you are.
I am Isaac. Not gonna give my last name because I've said a
Hello,
lot of
Isaac.
controversial stuff on the internet.
Okay.
Shut up.
Your last name
that's
is literally the name
shut.
of your
no, be
own
quiet.
personal podcast.
Beeth ye
Wait.
quiet. But yeah,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
I'm Will's co-host. It's quite a
Just saying,
chaotic
Matt
podcast.
Walsh was not afraid to give his last name.
What?
So, just saying, Matt Walsh isn't afraid to give his last name.
Yeah, I know he's not. That's
You shouldn't be afraid.
Someday
You
I'll
shouldn't be afraid.
someday I'll be like Matt Walsh. Not now though.
And reveal your last
I
name
have a
when
lot
you're
of
brave enough.
I have a lot of life left to live, so
Are you
Who's
calling
gonna come
Malcolm
after
old?
you? Who's gonna come after you?
the woke mob.
The woke mob.
Anyway, yeah, I'm
The
the
second
co-host.
you give out your last name, they're just gonna spawn outside your house and start protesting.
They will. They will. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to worry. My mother will. That's.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's understandable.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Don't mock me. Anyway,
I'm not mocking you.
I am
I love
the
you.
co-host of this podcast. I'm also not a big fan of Christmas music, which is what this whole podcast has been about so far. So
Oh my gosh.
we've been calling a lot of people to figure out what the consensus
What-
is on
what the general
Christmas
consensus
music
is.
and when it's okay to listen to it.
So we're here to get your opinion. Is what we're
Wow.
saying.
Okay. So, you're gonna hate me, but this year I started listening to Christmas music before Halloween.
Awesome,
no,
great,
yeah.
based,
Ew, ew,
based.
Ew.
So I actually work for the Polar Express. It's literally my job. And if you've ever seen the Polar Express movie, we basically do that, but on a real train. And I started training in October. No pun, training.
Okay.
In October. And so I had to start listening to Christmas music. But by virtue of me training, my Christmas spirit was engaged, and
Of
I was
course.
the Christmas goddess
Uh,
up to this point since October.
well, that's slightly more understandable than just someone who chooses to listen to it in October anyway. But still, I don't know what
Which
to think.
I also did.
I don't know
but,
what
you
to think now.
Awesome.
But, oh, all right, whatever. Okay, well then, since you listen to so much Christmas music, you should be able to give us a good answer on what the best and worst Christmas songs of all time
And then I'll
are.
have a follow-up question
Oh.
depending on your answer.
Oh, but there's so many good ones.
I know. There's too many.
I disagree, but
Okay,
whatever.
the best one. Oh, the best one is probably 12 Days of Christmas.
Okay.
I
Alright.
Great
love
take.
that song so much.
You-
And I should hate it because I have memorized like all of the moves for it and I have to sing it almost every night for little children. But I still love it. The worst one is probably Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh,
Huh.
interesting.
I haven't listened to that one. a
That's
whole
the one
lot.
that's
It's-
like, you better watch out, you better not cry,
Oh,
better
that
not
one,
drown,
yeah.
I'm telling you why, right?
that one's
Well, like that one's part of the climax of Elf, one of the greatest Christmas movies
Well-
ever made.
that's true.
But Santa doesn't see you when he's sleeping, when you're sleeping.
That is
And he
that is
doesn't
creepy.
know
It would be
That
is
extremely
to think
creepy
about.
if an old man crawled down your chimney and witnessed you when you were sleeping to make
That is
sure
very
you were a
creepy. That
good
is very
boy.
creepy.
Yeah.
Not
Or if he
sure.
just had the general knowledge of you being awake or sleeping.
Yeah, what are you, omniscient or something? Are you trying to be God?
Yeah.
Fringe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad.
Santa. My gosh.
Santa? Stay in your
Yeah.
lane.
All right, so this is very important. We've had two or three.
Three.
We've had three people on the podcast so far today to talk
Well,
about
we
Okay.
Christmas
called
music.
them. Yeah.
And all of them have mentioned "All I Want for Christmas Is You" as either their favorite or least
Oh my
favorite Christmas
gosh.
song.
We got one who said it was one of their favorites, and then the other one said it was their least favorite.
Yeah, like literally the
So
worst song
what-
in
It's
the world.
just because of social media.
Say that
It
again?
is like, that song is so pushed by social media
Yeah,
that
it
it's in
is.
everybody's heads. And I don't really enjoy social media. I give into it sometimes, but I shouldn't. So I really don't like that song. I don't mind it, but it's just kind of annoying at this point.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
it's way overplayed.
I see that. It's overplayed to the point where people start memeing about it every year, where they'll like say,
Yeah.
like once it hits November, she's defrosting.
Right,
Watch
right,
out.
right. Once
She's
you-
defrosting.
Once you hit November, you know that if you go to the mall, you're going to hear that song.
the
Oh my
the
gosh,
muffled
yeah.
singing is always in the back of your head.
Yep. All right. Well, you said you had a follow-up question.
That
a
was
while
my
ago.
follow-up
Oh, that
question.
was
You
your.
stole it from me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oof. The rivalry.
Rivalry.
Yeah. Will gets quite rude on this podcast.
I actually don't.
You
Ooh.
did
It's
one.
only
You
when-
did
it's
one
only-
time. You
It's
told.
only when you're rude to me.
You told me to shut up on this podcast.
because you wouldn't let me
Whoa.
talk.
You bad
You wouldn't.
Christian.
You wouldn't let me
Hey,
talk.
shut up.
I wanted to give my
Hey,
opinion.
shut up.
No, I won't.
Oh
I
my
won't.
god.
I won't.
Girls, you're both pretty. Calm
Oh.
down.
Did
She
you
got-
just
She
assume?
got she got us with that Megamind reference.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, fair enough.
Have you seen that movie, Isaac?
Megamind, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
Okay, at least you're cultured.
Exactly. That's what I was.
Right.
about to
Right.
say.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
before we let you go, we asked a couple people this question. It just sort of came up naturally because we're talking about Christmas. What do you think of
Right.
the winter season as a whole? You know, just as
I love it.
Love it. Good take.
Yes. So this seems very silly, but my favorite Christmas movie is The Muppet Christmas Carol, and
Right.
I love it to no end. It makes me so full of Christmas spirit, it's ridiculous. And one of the things the Ghost of Christmas Present says, he says it's the summer of the soul in December, and that's what I think of the entire winter season.
That's an interesting way of looking at it, actually.
The Summer of the Soul.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard that
The
before.
summer of the soul in
The summer
December.
of the soul.
Yeah.
Huh.
That really makes
fun.
you think.
That's a fun way to say it. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
interested
I
in
mean,
that.
So it's
I
like it's
generally
cold
think-
outside and it's a little bit miserable, but because of this is a Christian podcast, right?
Yeah.
I can say Christian things. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Always.
You should say
Always.
Christian things.
I always say Christian things.
I would expect no less from you, but I was like,
Thank you.
yeah, maybe they don't want it.
Yeah. Maybe Isaac's actually a raging liberal atheist. You
Uh,
never know.
Yeah, that's William.
Did you
for
know that God isn't real? If God was real, we wouldn't be living in such a messed up world.
Oh
To
my
that I
goodness.
say, nuh-uh.
No, he
Oh.
got me. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
Anyway, yeah,
So-
continue.
Yeah. Because of Christ coming, it's a season of charity rather than a season of like darkness and cold, which it typically always is.
Right.
But because of Christ making it different, it's always about Christ instead of about how cold and miserable we are.
Exactly.
That I can
sort
agree
of like
with,
a
yeah.
candle in the darkness.
Yeah.
indeed.
There was this one little girl on Polar, if I may.
You may.
She, and William knows this story, I think, but Isaac does not.
Oh boy.
There was this little girl, and she must have been 6. And I was like, do you believe in Santa Claus? Because I was in character, right?
Of course.
Of course I know it's about Jesus, but like I was in character. And I was like, do you believe in Santa Claus? She goes, no. And I was like, oh, well, what's Christmas about then? And she goes, Jesus. I was like, yes.
Wow.
Okay.
You know she's
True.
The
you
child
know-
got you.
you know she's gonna be
Yeah, she
homeschooled
did.
though, for sure.
She probably
It's
is
true.
homeschooled.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
know that
and-
child is way ahead of her of her age. She's super smart. She's going places.
I had a friend who told me that when she went to public school, they told her that Jesus wasn't real and Santa was.
They
Whoa.
got that backwards.
Apparently, that's when she got homeschooled after that. So
Yeah, Santa is so much harder to believe in than Jesus, actually.
It is,
Yeah.
Not for children, but like, you know,
Well, yeah, children will believe anything you tell them.
yeah,
That's the
children are
thing.
gullible.
this is why good parenting is important.
Exactly.
Amen.
Anyway.
Anyway, I think that's all we got, right?
That's
Well,
all we got.
we've asked the important questions about
This
Christmas.
was a based session.
Based, very based.
Well,
Pretty
maybe.
based.
You're probably our most based guest so far.
Oh, dang!
Disagree.
Disagree. Who do you think is the most based person?
Oh,
Whoa.
Sky for sure.
Sky. You think Sky?
Yes,
Sure.
because Sky agrees with me.
He agrees with you, so that makes him based.
You
Yes.
reached out to Sky before me?
Okay. Hold
William.
up. 1 second here. Let me explain. Let me explain. Sky the guy
have
has
no
listened to
excuses.
every single one of our podcasts since the day we
Okay,
started.
that's fair. You got me.
I
That's a valid point.
Not to say.
Good job quieting that argument down, Will.
Okay, sorry, but you're still really cool, Mia, and very based. More based than Sky.
Thank
Because she agrees with me.
Mm,
Oh, dang.
all right, whatever. Anyway, we got one more person to call, Will, right? We're going to
I
call.
think so.
Gonna try and
Amazing.
call one more.
We're gonna try if they'll
right.
answer this time.
Righto. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
You
Well,
guys
thank
have
you
a great
so
day.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah, you have a great day
Yeah,
too.
thanks for coming on in a moment's notice, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Have
Christmas.
a Happy New Year.
Talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later. And we'll let you know when this airs so you can hear yourself. Oh,
Ah, she hung up.
she hung up on us.
All right. Well, now we got to get to Benjamin. Ben the baddie. We got to call Ben.
Well, we'll see.
I have a feeling he's going to agree with you, but the
What
thing
makes you say
is,
that?
the thing is that Sky agrees with me, so my position is vindicated no matter who disagrees with it.
Okay.
This has
it's
been
just because Sky agrees with you, just because the non-American
this has
agreed
been
with you.
yeah. This has been a surprisingly good podcast.
It has.
I have enjoyed this.
We should call like 50 people a podcast.
That
more.
would be a little crazy. I don't think I know 50 people who would be amenable to me calling them.
a minute. Well, you know, I have noticed I've called all the people here. You haven't called one person.
That's true, because I don't know. I just
All right,
don't.
Ben saw my message.
I have
but
zero.
He didn't
I have
say
zero
anything.
confidence that any of them would like me if I actually called them.
Well, you just need to get more based friends then.
No,
'Cause based friends will always be there for you.
nah, bro. I
Even-
love my friends. Okay.
Are you implying that I
Don't
don't?
talk crap about my.
Are you implying
I
that
ain't
don't?
saying nothing. I'm just saying don't talk about crap about my friends.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's very heated here. I feel like this is the most contentious we've
Oh.
ever been with each other.
Hey, Christmas music really gets you hating your homie there,
Your homie.
for sure. All right, we got the Snapchat sound going on, waiting for Ben to pick
Oh,
up. He didn't. Okay.
All right. Well,
You
That's
got
fine.
any other ideas, or should we call it there with the people? I mean, we're at 45 minutes, so we got.
45 minutes. Well, let's see.
We gotta get to our
Will
Spotify
said he-
Wraps.
Will said he couldn't. I don't really have anybody else I want to call
All right.
spontaneously.
Well-
Unless JP is
Oh.
okay with it. But I don't know. I don't know.
JP would just have like one-word answers, though.
Okay, don't make fun of JP.
No,
this
I'm
guy
not-
right here at church today who was making fun of JP, and I don't
I'm
like the JP
not
slander.
making fun of
I don't,
JP.
I don't tolerate any JP
I'm just
slander.
saying it how it is. I would love it if he came with one-word answers, because that would be hilarious.
Let's call him and see.
I
see.
love my boy JP, but
Hey JP. Wait 1 sec.
JP,
I cannot hear you at all.
maybe he's on an iPod like Danny.
Hello?
Oh,
I
is
can-
he saying
I can
stuff?
hear you. when
Is
I
your
put
phone
the
on speaker
up.
or
There's no speaker option for Discord.
really? That sucks. Okay. Well, listen to what JP says and then repeat it.
Hey JP, can you hear me?
What's he saying?
Ah, I see. I understand. Well, we just want to very quickly just give me a one-word answer. What's your opinion on Christmas music? Okay. Thank you for your time. And when do you think you should start listening to it? Okay. Fair enough. All right, you have a great day. Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.
All right, what did good old
He said,
Juppy
when
say?
I asked him what he thought of Christmas music, he said nostalgic. And then when I asked him when you should start listening to it, he said December.
Okay. That's a fair, like, middle of the road type of opinion, I
Yeah,
think.
so let's recap.
That's
here. We called
reasonable.
Lucas, he said he liked it a lot, but you shouldn't listen to it
Yep,
until a week after Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So like around the start of December.
Good opinion.
So then we called Danny, who said he loved Christmas music, one of his favorite genres, and he'll start listening to it November 1st.
Freak.
And sometimes
Freak.
even in the summer, I think.
Freak.
Good take, based take.
No,
Based
no,
take by
no,
Danny.
no, no.
Then we called Sky, who said he didn't really care for Christmas music, and he doesn't think you should start listening to it until like 2 weeks before, which, you know,
Absolutely flawless opinion.
fair enough. And
Yep.
then we called Mia, who said she started listening to it in October,
Mm-hmm.
even when it wasn't part of her job.
Right.
And then she agreed with me that Christmas is amazing.
Yep.
So There was a 2 for 2 there, 2 versus 2 there.
And then
JP,
JP,
the ultimate tiebreaker,
didn't break the tie.
He said he loved it, but he didn't. Oh, that was your
That was
phone.
me.
Sorry. But he said December is when you should start listening to it.
So I'm right about the time frame. You are right about whether Christmas music is good or not.
Yes.
So
I think we've
that's
come to
a fair.
I think that's a fair compromise.
That's fair.
Christmas
All right.
music is goated, but maybe you should wait on listening to it.
Okay.
I
can live with
will
that.
still listen to it whenever the mood strikes me.
Yeah.
But if you want to wait until the day before Christmas, that's
Right.
up to you. You're a free American, unless you're Sky. You're not a free American. I don't know what they do in Britland, where
Britland?
I don't know. Maybe they force you to listen to Christmas music all year round, and that's why he hates it.
Ooh.
I don't know.
It's
They're
possible.
Not free. They're not free over there. They don't have a
No, not at all. Not at
constitution.
all. All right. We do have one song to recommend though before we get to our Spotify Wraps, right?
Yeah.
So
Was
You-
it this guy's
you know-
song Sky recommended? Because that sounded cool.
it did, but I'm pretty frustrated with all the immigrants that are pouring over our borders illegally, right? I don't have a problem with the legal ones. I'm always happy to have some people who want to adopt our customs and, build a better life here. But the illegal ones, I don't know. They're kind of disrespecting our laws and all that.
Taking our jobs.
Yeah,
Voting in our elections.
exactly. Yep, disrespecting us. So I think that if you want to, channel some of that frustration just a little bit, something that can relieve it, you got to check out the song "Illegals in My Yard."
I can't say it with a straight face. Illegals in my yard. Illegals in my yard.
It's a take on Feliz Navidad, of course.
If you couldn't tell. If
But,
you're uncultured and don't know the song
you should-
Feliz Navidad.
You should look it up because it's funny.
It is very funny.
It's mildly offensive, but it's funny.
Well, yeah. What do you expect with a song called Illegals in My Yard?
Exactly. All right, so we recommended that one, but we got to get to our Spotify Wraps,
Yeah.
right?
Want to get
Now-
started right now?
Sure. Now, I will say, I don't use Spotify as my main app. I use it for podcasts mainly. But as far as music goes, I absolutely hate having audio ads in the middle of when I'm listening to something, and I don't want to pay $10 a month for premium. So I use another app that I found that's free. So my Spotify Wrapped isn't really that accurate. Like, it's just when I'm listening,
Okay, sure.
Once
you guys hear his number 2 most listened to song, you'll understand why he's being so defensive about this. You'll understand.
That's true. But I will give you both the Spotify Wrapped and the Wrapped kind of thing from the other app.
Of the quote-unquote actual music
The app I
you
actually use, yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, well, you're going to go first.
Me first? So, like, how are we going to do this?
I want you to go over your top songs, top artists, and top podcasts if you have those.
Okay, I will do that.
I have screenshots of mine queued up.
Okay, so when I got this, I was actually slightly shocked because I didn't realize I listened to these 5 songs as much as I had,
yeah.
and they're very obscure songs. I thought I guess I just listened to them whenever they came on because apparently I listened to these 5 the most. So the first one, the most listened to song.
Be sure to do how many minutes you listened as well.
Oh, well, where do I find that?
I don't know. It should be in there somewhere, like at the end. I don't know.
Your feed?
See
No,
if you
that's
can
not
find it, I guess.
Oh, there we go. 22-23 Wrapped.
All right. So, nice music.
No, yeah.
Don't play too much of it.
I don't want to get copyrighted.
Even though we're going to
All right,
sing the most
let's look it
recognizable.
I listened to 35 genres. That's telling me right here.
Wow, that's a lot of genres.
That is a lot of genres. Let's see. This year, your listening took you places. Oh, this is where it tells you where people with similar tastes listen to.
Yeah.
And apparently Colorado Springs, USA is where people
That's where
agree
you should
with my music
That's
taste.
where you should move then.
I guess so. Apparently there are a lot of Sonic the Hedgehog fans there because one of my most listened to genres was or one of the most listened to artists was Sonic the Hedgehog music. So
Really? Nice.
yeah.
All right, what else you got there?
Let's see what's next. I played 1,457 songs.
Okay.
I don't know if it counts the same songs twice.
Probably
'Cause
not.
I listen to a lot of music, so
Yeah, it's
I
probably
feel, that
just
feels
once.
a little low. Yeah. So that's how many different songs I listen to.
Yeah, that
which
would make
fits,
sense.
Which fits. And there was one that really connected, and this is the one that's Actually, I'll go to the list. Actually, wait. Let me find it. Sorry, I'm going through my Wrapped again. I didn't screenshot everything.
You didn't. Yeah, you
I
didn't
didn't screenshot things and post things to Instagram like
right.
other people did. All right. Sorry for dawdling. Here are the top 5 songs. Find Your Flame by Tomoya Ohtani. I think you would actually really like this. It's a hard sort of punk style rock song.
Okay.
And then number 2 is Who I Am by Magnify. Really good song. Think you would like it as well.
Okay.
Number 3 shocked me because I didn't realize I listened to this song as much as I did. And this is Red Sun by Jason Charles Miller. It's from a video game called Metal Gear Rising. If you know, you know. But I didn't realize I listened to that song that much. I guess I did. And then number 4 is Hell to Pay by Miracle of Sound. You'd like that one, I think.
Okay.
And then number 5 is One Way Dream by Nathan Sharp.
All right. I have never heard of any of those artists. So.
Yeah.
You do listen to obscure stuff.
I do listen to obscure stuff. Or do you want to switch off, or do you want me to finish off?
Yeah, just finish off yours.
Okay.
Top artists, I guess.
Top artist. I listened for 33,828 minutes.
It's a lot of minutes.
Well, like whenever I was at work, it was either podcast, audiobook, or music. So
right.
And that's 8 hours a day over the summer. So that's 23 days nonstop, apparently.
Huh.
And I peaked on June 15th at 440 minutes. Which that's the middle of the summer, so I was probably working like a 9 or 10 hour day that day, so I was probably listening to music nonstop.
Okay.
So, top 10% of listeners.
Wow. That's not bad.
One came out of the top artists. Sorry. I'm sorry this is taking so long.
It's okay. Apologize to the listeners, not me.
I'm sorry, listeners.
Comment how much.
Listen to me ramble.
Comment how disappointed you are with Will taking so much time in the comments below.
All right, top artists was Sega Sound Team. So
that's another video game thing, right?
That's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yep.
I listen to I listen to a lot of Sonic music. Crush 40. If you know, you know why. You know why I listen to so much of them. GA Metal or Game Metal. Game Metal.
Gay. You get the gay
he
metal.
Does a lot of covers. And then Jeff Williams. Actually, I don't remember what he does.
Okay.
It's weird. And Tomoya Ohtani, he does a lot of rock stuff.
All right, cool.
So a lot of obscure stuff you don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed all those for sure.
See, I do love Metallica, but I guess I don't listen to it that much on Spotify.
Interesting.
And, here we go with podcasts. You spent 11,860 minutes with podcasts.
It's a lot of podcasts.
Well, I worked a lot.
Yeah.
I like podcasts. So my top podcasts here are the official podcast by... That's the podcast that Moist Critical
Oh, okay, yeah.
runs. Oh, I do want to... Side tangent here. But one thing I do appreciate about the guests, the people, not the guests, the co-hosts he has on that podcast, is like there's one Turkish guy and one Australian guy, and they're two guys who don't make hating America their entire personalities.
Oh, that's good.
One of the most annoying things I see on the internet is whenever there's like a non-American influencer, hating on America is one of their personality traits.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really annoying.
It is.
And it's like, sure, America has problems. It's not perfect. But like,
it's a lot better than whatever country you came from.
You don't need to make it your personality.
Yeah,
anyway,
I would agree.
And then next was Chuckle Sandwich. This is Jay Slat's podcast. Pretty funny.
Okay.
If you know who he is. And then Criminally Stupid. Criminally Stupid.
Right.
That's another podcast by the Turkish and Australian dude.
Oh, okay.
And then the Psychologists Are In. That's a podcast where the actors for the Psych, the TV show,
nice.
go through a couple episodes. It's very interesting.
That's fun.
And then Office Ladies, which is the same thing except for The Office.
Okay.
And that one's interesting too.
Interesting. So, of course, though, your favorite podcast is the W Ritz Podcast.
Of course.
Even
but
though
I don't listen to it on Spotify.
Well, yeah.
I don't actually listen to it at all because I hate hearing myself.
I gotcha.
So,
All right.
let's see. Yep, that's it.
That's it for you? Okay.
Yeah. Now
All
you
right.
go through yours.
Well, should I go through the Spotify one first?
Yeah, go through the Spotify one first.
Okay. All right. 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 Should I go through the Spotify one first? or the one from the other app I use?
Go through the Spotify one first, so I can point out the glaring
right.
problem with your Wrapped.
Okay, I'm gonna go from my fifth to first here.
Fifth to first. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so my
okay, guys, pay close attention to number 2.
shut up. You suck.
Sorry.
Okay, so number 5 is iPad by the Chainsmokers, which I'll admit that's a good song. That's not the one that Will's going to laugh over because it's actually a good song. I do like it.
Yeah, I'm not laughing over anything.
I don't like it a lot, but it's okay. 4 is Natives by Blink-182. It's by Blink-182, so of course
Love
it's
Blink-182.
decent. It's not their best song. I don't really love it, but I think I was trying it out on Spotify for whatever reason.
Yeah, probably.
And I listened to
Wait,
it twice.
How much Spotify did you use?
Oh, not
you
much.
use?
I think my most listened song, I only listened to it 9 times. So
Right.
I really don't use Spotify at all. I only have to listen to a song like 3 times for it to be on here, I think.
Right. Okay.
Number 3 is When You're Gone by Shawn Mendes, which it's probably Shawn Mendes' best song. It doesn't mean it's a great
Interesting.
song, but it's okay. Number 2, number 1 is Misery Business by Paramore, which I will
Fair enough.
endorse that without saying anything. That one's a good song.
We'll go back to number 2. You skipped
Number
one.
2 is We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together by Taylor Swift.
Explain yourself, sir. Explain yourself. You, sir, who claim to hate Taylor Swift with all your heart.
When have I claimed?
Number 2.
When have I claimed to hate Taylor Swift with all my heart?
Okay, maybe not that extreme, but I'm pretty sure if you go back through the logs on this podcast, you said publicly you hate Taylor Swift. And yet, sir,
I think I
that
publicly
is number
said.
2
I
most
think-
listened to song.
I think I publicly said I dislike most of Taylor Swift.
The most of Taylor Swift.
It's one song. It's one song,
One song.
and it
The
is.
the one about breaking up.
Yeah, it's a
with-
good song.
with her boyfriend.
It's a good song.
Why are
Breakups-
you listening to that song? Isaac?
Breakups are because I broke up with my boyfriend, and breakups are fun.
Oh,
Um,
I understand.
So yeah, but anyway, that's the one from Spotify. My top artists are Paramore, which makes sense because Misery Business was my number 1 song. My number 2 top artist, my number 3 is Green Day.
Number 2 is Taylor
Number
Swift, isn't
4
it? Go back
is
there.
Number 4 is the Chainsmokers. Number 5 is Against the Current. Against the Current is a good
What's
band,
number
actually.
2? You skipped it.
Number 2 is Sailor Twift.
You're a closet Swiftie. You're a closet Swiftie. You're being outed.
Hey, like I said, the most listened song was viewed 9 times, so I've only listened to Taylor Swift like 5 times this year.
Okay, I'm sorry, Isaac. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
I mean,
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
yeah, okay.
You know, I was doing all that to be funny, right? Like,
I know.
actually don't care.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah.
You know, we gotta entertain the good people.
I can be a little.
listening
I can be a
right
little gay and like Taylor Swift. I won't. I understand. You're fine with that. Okay. My top podcasts. These are all political, of course. Number 1 is the Matt Walsh Show,
now. Okay.
which he's not my favorite, but I guess I listen to him most. I was a little surprised by that. Number 2 is the Michael Knowles Show. Michael is my favorite. I'm a simp for Michael. I listen to his show all the time.
Michael Simp.
I like him a lot.
Fair enough.
Number 3 is Ben Shapiro. He's kind of fallen off recently. I'm not gonna lie.
His destroying libs with facts and logic days are.
Yeah, those are gone.
behind him.
Now he's just an old podcast host who does a podcast and complains about Israel, which I understand. It's a big deal to him. I get it. I know it's very emotional,
he's
but
Jewish, so.
me personally, I just don't want to hear that all the time. You know, there are other issues going on in the world. And then number 5 is my own podcast, Zilbauer.
Why wasn't Andrew Clavin on that list?
Oh, he's number 4. He's number 4.
Oh, you skipped him. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. He's
my personal.
he's
favorite.
awesome. Yeah,
I like
he's
him the best.
I wish he uploaded more, but he does a weekly show, so whatever.
It makes it better, honestly.
Yeah.
Makes it more worthwhile when you do listen to him.
Righto. Okay, so now on to the accurate one. This one I actually recorded how many minutes I listened to as well. So on the other music app I use that I actually use like every day for my
Okay.
real music,
Fair enough.
I played a total of 7,602 songs. I think
That's
not
that's more than I did.
not individual songs. I think they were just like how many times I played the same song
Okay.
over and over again.
Because my number would probably be around that if it. I think that meant unique songs.
Yeah.
because that felt low for how much I listen to music.
And then it says I listened for a total of 20,284 minutes, which I looked it up. It's about 13 days nonstop, I think. So, not too bad, I guess. Let me scroll through here. I listened to the most music in October, January, and November. In October, I listened for 2,284 minutes and blah, 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 blah. All right, my top songs. These actually make sense. My number 4 song is "Give It Away" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Okay, that makes
One
sense
of my
for you.
all-time favorites. Love that song.
Really good song.
Number 3 is "Basket Case" by Green Day, my favorite
Great
band.
song.
Number 2 is "Rock and Roll Train" live at River Plate in 2009 by AC/DC. And number 1 is "Everlong" by the Foo Fighters.
Makes sense for
Again,
you. Okay.
Fantastic.
I think I believe you now. I think this is your main music app.
Fantastic songs. Love those songs. I unequivocally endorse them. And that's the more accurate music app. So that's what I have on my version of Spotify Wrapped, the truthful one.
Well, what would?
So don't laugh at me too hard there, guys.
Oh, that was a trip.
It was fun. It was
A
fun.
trip. That was a Spotify Wrapped. That's always so interesting to look at.
It is.
To like see.
I
your
should
music
use
stuff.
Spotify more just so I get an accurate
Yeah.
representation of what I listen to.
I genuinely did not expect what I got, but I think it's because whenever I listen to Metallica, I never listen to just one of their songs. I just listen to like I listen to like their entire catalog.
Yeah.
At once. So the actual like number of songs.
Yeah.
The times I've listened to each of their songs is really low.
It's the same for me, like Green Day. Like I'm surprised. Like, unfortunately, the music app I mainly use didn't tell me what my most listened to artist is. But I think
would probably end
if
up
it
being
did, it
Green
would
Day,
probably
right?
be Green Day or AC/DC. Those are my 2 favorite
Right.
bands. So, yeah, I'm a little more basic than you are. I don't go out finding.
Basic.
I don't go out finding weird, obscure bands to listen to and stuff.
Sometimes the obscure stuff is better than the popular stuff.
I would agree. I don't have time to go out looking for it. So
Well, maybe I'll send you some of the songs that were on there. So
I tend to stick with what I know.
Because I think you'd like some of them.
Okay.
They're very similar to your taste.
Yeah, you should send them to me. I'll review them on the podcast next time.
Yeah. Maybe on the Zilb Hour.
Ooh.
I guess
Maybe.
they're not really political, though.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
going to examine the political
the
stance
political-
of each of the obscure songs.
I could do that with like a
Find
couple
Your
songs.
Flame? What does that mean?
I could do
to
that with
find
like
your
a couple
flame?
songs. Like "American Idiot" is a political song.
That is.
"Killing in the Name of" is a political
That is a
song.
political song.
But most
Run
of
to
the
the
time,
Hills would be interesting to examine because it's about
that too. Yeah.
colonization.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
I like the song though. It goes hard.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah. Anyway, we're at 1 hour and 6 minutes. Will
That sounds like a good place to call it.
we
do you
have a
think?
lot? Yeah, we have a lot of material. We're not done making material though. We're just done talking.
We're done talking.
So here's
yeah,
the deal.
Thank you for listening to our Christmas edition of the W Ritz Podcast. And just before Isaac says whatever he was about to say, I just want to give because I had a feeling I was going to turn off the podcast after he said it. Just want to give a special thanks to all the people who tolerated with our spontaneous calls.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Lucas Burt. Thank you for tolerating us. Great takes, great mind, great guy. Thank you, Danny Dimes, the man, the meme, the legend. Great takes, great guy. Thank you.
No, thank you, Ben Lubner, for not picking up.
Man, he was busy.
Just kidding, Ben.
He texted me, he said he was busy. It's fine.
Yeah,
Leave him
we love
alone.
you, Ben. You're great.
We love you, Ben. Sorry you couldn't call us, but thank you anyway for being such a great guy. Who else? Thank you, Sky Butcher, Sky the Guy Butcher. Thank you for tolerating our random call, even though you were in a cafe in Hawaii, like 4 or 5 hours behind us, probably.
Righto.
So thank you for tolerating us. Great takes, great guy, as per his name. Thank you, Mia Schmitz, for tolerating our call at, I don't know what time it is for her, but thank you for tolerating our spontaneous call.
And thank you, listeners.
Great takes, base takes. Sorry, I got distracted there. So
Yeah.
My father texted me. Anyway, great. Thank you, Mia Schmitz. Great takes, great girl. She's not a guy, if you couldn't tell.
Wow.
Hope you have a great day.
And thank
thank
you,
you.
listeners.
Didn't we call somebody else?
I feel like we did.
Oh yeah, JP.
Oh yeah.
JP, thank you for tolerating our call, even though you couldn't call for long, and Discord couldn't pick up your audio, so nobody could hear you. But thank you for your input. Great takes, great guy, great hair.
Amen.
Amen.
All right, so since it's Christmas time and since this song has popped up in conversation a couple times already, Will and I thought it would be suitable for us to do our very own cover of "All I Want for Christmas Is You" by Mariah Carey. And so, without further ado, dear listeners, Merry Christmas, and enjoy our gift to you.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas.
There is just one thing I need, and
Don't
I
care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree.
I don't need to hang my stocking there up on the fireplace.
Santa Claus will make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you,
baby.
Oh, I won't ask for Mr. Christmas. I won't even wish for snow.
And
I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole for Saint Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer click. 'Cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do?
baby,
All I want for Christmas is you,
baby.
Oh, the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air. And everyone is singing, I hear the sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need?
Want a lot for Christmas. Standing right outside my door, just want you for my own, more than you could ever know.
Make my wish come true. Oh, baby, all I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is you.
Baby,
All I want for Christmas is you.
ooh, baby.
All I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is you.